Hello YouTube viewers everywhere. For my first video, I thought of sharing something that I don't see a lot of on YouTube. I just got back from Donghuamen Night Market in Beijing. For those of you that haven't been there, this is a night market. Um, it's a long stretch of street stalls that sells everything from dumplings to skewers of lamb and some of the more exotic fare like what you see here. Um, I've been to Beijing many times. I've always, walked past the market whenever I stay in the area. But I've never had the opportunity to actually try any of the more creepy stuff. So decided to take the plunge, and not only that, decided to have a smorgasbord. So I bought everything that this guy was selling at one of the stalls. In in prior years, I saw many more stalls selling these things, but this trip, it's actually just this one stall that was selling this stuff. There are other stalls that maybe had one of what you see here, but this guy had all of this in one stall. Mind you, this stuff isn't cheap, and I think he even overcharged me. But in the interest of experiencing the flavors and textures of this stuff, yeah, I didn't bother to argue with the guy. So just be wary if you're going to Donghuamen Night Market and sampling the street food. Be careful that you don't get overcharged. So what we have in front of you, I'll point them out one by one. Snake, a couple of tiny ones coiled up. Starfish, now this was actually quite expensive. I think this was 80 RMB, 81. Spider, they had a skewer with 3 of them. I only took one, the skewer with 1. Now this one I think is Silkworm. And some Beetle, look like cockroaches. Centipede. I think these are cotton worms, these smaller ones. Cotton larvae or something like that. Can't be sure. Feel free to comment below and correct me. And these, according to him, were bees. So he deep fried them all. So they all should be crispy and probably taste the same, except for the texture. So let's go. Let me start with the bees. Crispy. It's actually not bad. He salted these and then he put a little bit of chili powder. I'm expecting this to be squishy, but it isn't. It's just like crispy chicken skin. You can imagine that. Now some of this larvae. Again, deep frying seems to take out most of the juices. It's just a crispy husk. Tastes very similar. These actually don't taste bad. It tastes like popcorn. if you can imagine that, buttered popcorn, or maybe chicken skin. Anything crunchy that's and oily. Now this one is a bit off-putting, and I don't see a way to break off any bit, so I'm gonna have to bite right into this. And you can see the fangs. So that's kind of gross. Well, the only way to find out how it tastes is to put it in my mouth. I don't know if you can hear my mouth crunching. Again, very crispy. If you've ever had mini crabs at a restaurant, deep fried ones, tastes very similar. And in some restaurants, you can actually order, like Spanish restaurants, for example, as a tapas or appetizer. You can actually have these very baby crabs, which are deep fried. They're very crispy. It tastes like that. Although the legs kind of make it hard to put it in your mouth. Um, Let me take another bite. Yeah, definitely not bad. They all tend to taste the same because they're fried in the same oil. Now, I can't vouch for the hygiene, but how deep frying probably kills most of the germs, so should be pretty safe to eat. Now this is Beetle. See here, um, legs, antennae, and all. Now this one I'm anticipating will be soft inside, and of course crunchy outside. Let's find out. I'll just take one whole one. Maybe I should just bite it off the stick. Yes. A bit more varied texture to this one. Crunchy outside. Um, a little bit more of flavor inside. Can't describe it though. Um, doesn't taste bad actually. It just looks really gross. I mean, this one looks like a cockroach. Believe it or not, I've actually seen beetles like this, and often ignored them. Here I am eating them. So yeah, it's not bad. Now this one is just soft juices waiting to burst out. Let me grab one of them and just pop them in my mouth. See what this is like. Oh, this is disgusting. Well, actually, not that bad. But I'm imagining all the juices popping in my mouth. This one is soft and chewy inside. Mm. It's actually kind of creamy. I think for more adventurous folk, I think everything up to this point is okay. But this is one reason why I brought this back to the hotel with me. It's because I wasn't sure how I was going to react after I put it in my mouth. So this one is a bit on the gross side. Mm. Okay, now for creepy crawly spider. Um, the guy, the vendor, was kind of proud that he had a selection of spiders. No one seemed to have the guts to buy it, and also because it's pricey. I can't remember the prices, but it wasn't cheap. Needless to say, I think you can probably look up the prices on some other channel or website. I also took a video of the whole stretch and of the guy at the stall selling this, and I can probably upload that subsequently. I think I managed to get a short video of the prices. Okay, let's start with the legs. Very crunchy. Again, very similar to the bees, the larvae, centipede, beetle, with the crunch. I don't know if you can see spider's head. I can kind of make out the fangs. Well, This might actually be soft and squishy, but I won't know until I bite in. So let me try. It's actually not bad. Not as squishy as I thought it would be. He added some salt. I think that helped. Kind of gross though, because it's a bit on the hairy side. But other than that, the texture isn't gross. They all taste the same, very similar because of the oil. It's very crunchy. Now let me try the abdomen. Oh no, this one is soft and chewy. Tastes like liver. I think that one might actually put off people. Okay, so I actually ate most of the spider. Mind you, folks, I'm not the most gutsy guy around. I have tried exotic food on my travels, but this is just pretty much as exotic as it gets. Okay, now I'm left with starfish and the snake. I think these two were very expensive. Now, snake, as you can see, is very small. Let me start with the snake. Oh, okay. Sorry to block the camera. A piece of tail fell off. Let me start with this one. It's actually like fish. Those very deep fried, crispy fish. If you've ever had those, taste like that. And I can see why. You can see. So obviously they filleted the snake. They sliced open the snake, and you can see you can see the spine, the bones. And let me see if I can get the head. Oh, you can actually make out the head. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to break off the head. Snake head. Very crunchy. No surprise textures there. Actually, I think most people won't find that gross at all. We have a little bit more of the rest of the body. See if that's any different. There you go. Definitely doable. Okay, so far, from what I've sampled, this silkworm, and the spider abdomen, actually not the head, just the abdomen, had the had the squishy texture thing that just really, it's really gross. I think some people would gag if they ate that. But everything else, and surprisingly even the beetle, seems to be okay, including the snake. I've actually had snake meat before. Not from a larger snake, and that had a different texture altogether. It's prepared differently, but this one, it's just crispy and no unpleasant textures. Now, I hesitated to buy the starfish because it's expensive, and it's too big. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to finish it. So, I thought really hard, but then I was thinking, if I'm going to have a creepy crawly smorgasbord, I might as well just include it in the roster. So okay, let me try and break off a piece, see what that tastes like. Okay, first of all, a little bit of a close up for the starfish, also deep fried. So all of these were fried in the same pan. There you go. I think I must have had starfish prepared some other way in some of the more exotic Chinese restaurants I've been to on my business travels, but I've never had it fried and I've never had it served whole. It's like someone picked it up for the beach and just took a bite out of it. Okay, let me try. Ooh, now this one looks a bit. Break off a tentacle. Okay, now this looks like it's kind of gross. See that? There's a lot going on there. And I can already tell that the insides are going to be squishy and sinewy. Well, you'll find out. We bite off a bit of the tentacle. Hmm. I just realized you don't eat the outside. It's like a shell. And so you eat the inside. Um, I can't describe it though. Um, how would I describe this? It's like minced up mushroom. Yeah, that's what it. Well, not quite, but that's the closest analogy I can get. It's sort of like eating crab. Bits of the crab have this taste and texture. So, yeah, there you go. It's actually not that bad. Okay, that's about it for this video. Um, you know, like the video if you think that it's worth liking, and if I get enough comments and likes, maybe I'll upload the other videos of Donghuamen Night Market. If you have any questions, feel free to say so in the comments section, and I'll see if I can answer. Bye bye.